Hello, Sharon. It's me, Jonie. So I'm here to share a little bit about my disrupt journey. To do that, I think I should start by describing a few things about how I was before disrupt. I used to believe that nobody in the world could ever understand me because I was so different. I was teased from a young age and told how ugly I was. I heard that enough times and started to believe it. For most of my life, I thought and felt that I was ugly. I felt like I was a mistake and worthless. I felt broken inside, uncomfortable in my own skin. I would keep everything to myself and wouldn't talk to anybody about anything real. I wouldn't say I was a negative person, but I was always half empty rather than half full. Just over 2 years ago, I got to know a friend a little better. She kind of blew me away. Izzy was like this beam of light. One of my first thoughts was, wow, this girl is comfortable in her own skin. She told me about Disrupt and how much it had helped her. So I went online and looked you up, and so began the most epic journey I have ever been on. I was really scared when I realized this was a course that spanned a year and that we met every week for a 3 hour session. And this 3 hour session would be in a group, which means other people. And I would have to talk and do stuff. I was beyond petrified. I want to say that I had no expectations when I started, but I think in the back of my mind, I knew I would bail out at some stage when it all got too much for me. Something that worked so well for Izzy was never really going to work for me. But there's something special about Disrupt, many special things actually. One of those special things is you, Sharon. From my very first call, you made me feel comfortable. You made me feel seen and you made me feel heard. You treated me like the person I feel today and not like the hot mess I felt like when I started. You weren't one of those teachers who just lectured and threw stuff at us. You got into the trenches with us and shared your own stories and experiences. You helped me see that even though we are all different, we are all the same, something I battled with for a long time. Your compassion and kindness and genuine caring about helping people was something that kept me coming back for more. The other special element of Disrupt was the group I was a part of. When I started, they were strangers, and somewhere along the way, they became my family. I shared things about myself on Disrupt that I have not shared with many people. Every week, we would have a check-in, and I would listen to my group, and I would share how I was doing, and it's just mind-blowing how much I learned from each of them. The power of sharing is one of the biggest things I've taken away from Disrupt. Bottling things up inside is not something I want to do anymore. Talking is hard. I'm not going to say it is easy, but it is not impossible. Keeping things bottled up and carrying a lot of baggage around is a lot harder. I'm not a touchy-feely, airy-fairy kind of person. I'm quite logical. So seeing that there was research and facts behind Disrupt is something that appealed to me. Everything you shared with us made sense to me, except all the stuff that flew over my head. It wasn't always easy to get things on the first go, but I saw early on that the more I put in, the more I would get out. So I engaged as much as I could, asked questions, and did the work. I think that some of the biggest lessons and aha moments are actually things that I already knew, but I didn't quite believe or understand. I just needed a little help to unpack a few things and get out of my own way. There are 3 words that I carry with me now. The 3 words that I think might be the foundation of this disrupted version of me. I am brave. I am worthy. I am beautiful. And these aren't just words. I believe them. I feel them. I show up differently because of them. They have helped me to look in the mirror and see me. to look at a photo of myself and not silently cringe, to talk to people, to forgive myself, to love myself, to be open to possibilities. Disrupt provided me with a lot of tools that I use regularly. Some tools are easy to use, and I use them without knowing them, like really listening to someone when they are speaking to me and using the right words when I want to say something. Some tools require a little more effort. I need to stop and take a breath and understand why I'm feeling or thinking a certain way. There's a saying that goes something like, you can't change who somebody is. I think this is a bit of a conundrum because I have definitely changed. I'm still Jonie. I'm goofy and awkward and shy. And more often than not, I have my foot in my mouth. But instead of kicking myself and putting myself down, I embrace all of these things about me a little bit more now. With perspective, I see things differently, and that has opened a whole new world for me. I accept that I'm not perfect, and I have learned that nobody is. Disrupt unlocked me. It changed my life. I am beyond grateful that I took the leap and went on this journey that was so far out of my comfort zone. Hopefully one day emotional intelligence is something that is learned at school. But until that happens, I would really encourage anybody and everybody to take the same leap I did. Sure. Hope that's okay, Sharon. Let me know. Bye.